ערב טוב. אני שמח להציג בפניכם, לא בזום, במציאות, בגוף גשמי, את הרב מאניס פרידמן. בעצם יש פה איזשהו ערב של פנויים פנויות, רווקים רווקות, אז מה יותר מתאים מלדבר על החוויה של רווקים ורווקות, על הנושא של למצוא בן או בת זוג. אז אני אתחיל מלשאול את הרב, כשמישהו פנוי או מישהי פנויה, הם רוצים לבוא לערב פנויים פנויות, או לצאת לבר, או למסיבה, או להיכנס לאתר, בשביל למצוא מישהו או מישהי שימצאו חן בעיניהם, ואז אפשר לצאת. ויוצאים לדייט, ואם כיף, אז יוצאים לעוד דייט. ואם כיף, אז יוצאים לעוד דייט, ואז אפשר להיות בני זוג. בני בנות זוג. ונכון שיום אחד אפשר להתחתן אולי, אבל בינתיים כרגע אנחנו בדרך כלל מחפשים פשוט קודם כל בן בת זוג, זה המיינסטרים אפשר להגיד, שנוכל אולי לגור איתו קצת לפני, לראות שזה מסתדר, לראות שזה עובד, אבל בעיקר לחפש דייט מוצלח, שיהיה כיף, ואחרי זה זוגיות כיפית, שלא נרגיש לבד, שכיף, יש זוגיות, יש עם מי לצאת לדייטים, יש עם מי ללכת לסרט, יש עם מי לצאת לחופשה רומנטית. אבל יש בזה גם משהו לפעמים מתסכל, לפעמים מבלבל, לפעמים מתיש, זה לא נגמר, לא ברור לאן זה הולך. אז מה דעתך על התפיסה הזו, על התפיסה המאוד נורמלית הזו?
The big problem with all relationships is love. Love is a very big problem. It's a very big mistake because we really don't need love. But everybody is looking for it. Nobody is finding it. So what are we going to do? We almost made love into a god. We worship love. We'll live for love, we die for love, we kill for love. Love has become everything, and it's so disappointing.
איך אפשר להגיד שלא צריכים אהבה, זה האנרגיה של כל החיים, זה המהות של כל החיים. העולם נברא עבור אהבה. הקדוש ברוך הוא ברא את העולם מאהבה.
See what I mean?
ואהבת את השם אלוקיך. כל הסרטים, כל הספרים, כל השירים הם על אהבה. אתה רוצה שאני אתעלם מזה?
And the more we talk about it, the worse it gets. We sing about it, we talk about it, we cry about it, we read about it, and it just gets worse. What's wrong? What is wrong? What's going on? So it turns out that love can be, and usually is, very selfish.
So does it.
Because I love you is a very selfish statement. I is the first word, you are the last word. So I come before you, love comes before you. If it all works out, then you also. But I love, then you. It's not you, somebody else. Because I need love. So if you're the person, fine. If not, I'll keep looking. Because it's about me. Love is not important. If you have someone who is important, then you love them. But it's not the love that makes you important. It's really nasty If I love you, you are the best, the greatest, the most important person in the world. If I stop loving you, you're garbage. This is very nasty. It's not true. Love doesn't make importance. Importance brings love. If you're important, I should love you. If I don't love you, you're still important. If you're not important and I love you, you're still not important. So we got to change our mind about love because it's killing us. It's ruining marriages. Because if you remember, every marriage begins with the words Harei at, not ani. Any sentence that begins with ani, run away.
גם אם בתיאוריה הרעיון הזה נכון, בסופו של דבר, אם אני צריך לחיות עם מישהי שאני לא אוהב, אני תמיד אשווה אותה למישהי שכן אהבתי, כי התחושה, העוצמה, התענוג שאני מרגיש כלפי מישהי שאהבתי, זה לא כמו מישהי שאני לא אוהב. ואם איתה אני אבחר לחיות איתה כל החיים, אני אחיה חיים לא טובים, לא כיפים. אז איך זה מסתדר עם הנקודה הזאת? זאת אומרת שאנחנו לא צריכים אהבה, אנחנו נבחר אנשים בחיים ועם מי להתחתן בלי אהבה, אנחנו נמצא את עצמנו מתוסכלים.
Okay, I changed my mind. Living with somebody for the rest of your life who you don't love is horrible. But is that the option? That's the two extremes. Either you love somebody for the rest of your life, or you can't live with them for the rest of your life. With love, you can live with somebody for the rest of your life? No. We've tried it. Come on. Everyone who got married in the last 80 years got married out of love. Since Tevye and Fiddler on the Roof. Everyone married for love. Our marriage is better? No, they're not better. So the alternative is to live with somebody for the rest of your life without love? No.
אז מה אנחנו כן אומרים? מה הפתרון? עם מי הם מתחתנים? איך בוחרים עם מי להתחתן? ומה המקום של האהבה בזה?
You get a shotgun and whatever they say. Can I stand up? I like to see who I'm talking to. The idea that you find somebody you love and then you marry them. Not a good idea. Because you get married only when you love marriage. If you don't love marriage, don't get married. A man meets a woman, I love you, I love you. Okay, let's get married. Why? Why? Well, because we love each other. That's good. And you already have the love. What are you getting married for? Well, because when you love each other, you're supposed to get married. Who said that? It's such a strange idea. If you love someone, you have to marry them? Which means you're only going to love one person for the rest of your life? You're not a nice guy. One love your whole life? On the other hand, if you marry anyone you fall in love with, that's a little crazy too. So what's going on here? A couple came to me a couple of years ago and they said, we are very much in love, we would like to get married. Would you be the rabbi for the... I said, you're in love? They said, yeah. I said, okay, too late. What do you want to get married for? You get married for love. You already have love. What do you want? Well, we want to make a commitment. What does that mean? What does that mean? What's a commitment? As long as you love each other, you're going to stay together. If you don't love each other, you're not going to stay together. What are you making a commitment? What does that even mean?
למה שמישהו ירצה נישואים? נשמע לי משעמם.
Good question. Good question. Okay, so far, when they ask you tomorrow, where were you? You say, I was listening to a Rav. What did the Rav say?
Don't get married.
Don't get married. And love is not important. Okay, we're making some progress here. Let me tell you a story. I was a shliach of the Rebbe in Minnesota in 1970. I was very excited. I wanted to be a shliach. I wanted to teach. I wanted to speak. I couldn't wait to get out of yeshiva. I actually proposed to my wife. I said, please marry me. I got to get out of yeshiva. So we moved to Minnesota. I get a phone call from a teenage girl who says that in her school, the public school, her class is discussing intermarriage. A priest came and spoke about intermarriage. A minister came and spoke about intermarriage. But now, the two Jewish girls in the class want to have a rabbi come and speak about intermarriage from a Jewish. Would I come? I said, of course I'll come. That's what I'm here for. This is my first appointment, I was very excited. We picked a date. The day comes, and I thought, what should I wear? You think only women worry about it? What am I'm going to go talk to a public school. Most of them are not Jewish. What should I wear? A suit? So I found a leather jacket. A motorcycle jacket. I put it on and I go to the class. This is on the outside of Minneapolis, near the farm country. Some of the students came on horseback. It's a big school, about 2,000 students. 4 Jews in the whole school. And 2 of them are in this class. I walked into the classroom and I was shocked. The priest was there and the minister was there. Just like all those jokes, a rabbi, a priest, and a minister. What happened? They didn't already speak. They agreed to speak. But they wanted to have a panel. The 3 opinions together. This is against our policy. We don't sit with other religions. We don't compare. No. So I was shocked. As soon as people find out that I was with a priest and a minister, I'm fired. My job is over. I can go back to New York. It's finished. And I haven't even had my first experience. To make it worse, the teacher comes over and says, we have only 45 minutes. So you'll each speak for 5 minutes. I can't speak for 5 minutes. For that you have to prepare. 5 minutes on intermarriage. How do you... This is really bad. So I am freaking out. I shouldn't be here. This is a mistake. This is a disaster. So they asked me, you want to speak first? They were also shocked. They knew a rabbi was coming, but they didn't expect this. So I said, no, you speak. You go first. The priest spoke first. He said, you're not allowed to intermarry. If you marry outside of your faith, the church will not consider you married, and whatever. And if you do intermarry, you have to raise your children Catholic. 5 minutes. Simple. The minister spoke, 5 minutes. Marriages are very difficult. Many, many divorces. It's hard enough. Why do you want to make it harder by having a different faith? It's not a good idea. 5 minutes. Now I had to get up and talk. And I couldn't think of anything to say. I was paralyzed. I was 22 years old. They were much older. They could have been my grandfather. So I get up in front of the class, and I am panicked, paralyzed. I can't think of anything. So this is what happens. When you must speak, but your brain is dead, your mouth starts to talk on its own. Like talking in your sleep. So I'm standing there. All the students are staring at me. I have to say something. And I don't have anything to say. So my mouth started to talk. And I was interested in what it had to say. So I said, why are we talking about intermarriage? In this modern time, 1970, I said, in this modern time, why are we talking about intermarriage? There's no marriage anymore. You live together. If you like it, you stay. If you don't like it, you leave. So intermarriage, not intermarriage, there's no more marriage. The non-Jewish kids, they were shocked, their mouth open like, because these are nice, innocent kids from, and the two Jewish girls are laughing. They're cracking up. The priest got upset. And he said, that's living in sin. You're not allowed to do that. I said, but that's what's happening. In 1970, marriage was not popular. These kids, very respectful, adinim, they gently tried to convince me that you have to get married. So one of them said, human beings are not good alone. We need companionship. I said, yes, companionship. Lots of companionship. But why marriage? One girl said, when I graduate, I want somebody to support me. I said, why are you going to school? Get good grades and support yourself. And I'm doing this because I don't know what to say. This went one student after another. Finally, one student said, when you have a baby, the baby needs to have a father and a mother. And I'm completely out of control. I said, baby? Nobody has babies anymore. Didn't they tell you about birth control? The priest got upset. He said, birth control is unnatural, it's forbidden, you're not allowed. This went on for 25 minutes. Until finally the students said, so why do we get married? So I said, the only reason I know is that in the beginning of history, God said to Adam and Chava that they should be married. And since then, people all over the world get married. In other words, it's God's idea. It's not a good idea. It's not practical. It's God's idea. And that's why we get married. And then I thought of something to say. I said, and that's why intermarriage doesn't make any sense. You're getting married because that's what God said. But you're marrying someone He told you not to. Make up your mind. You can't make a Seder Pesach and serve bread. As soon as I said that, the bell rang, class was over. The priest disappeared in a second. He ran out of the room. The minister said, "Can I walk you out to the car?" So we're walking down the corridor. It's a long walk, long building, and he's thinking very, I don't know what he wants. Finally, he says, "What you were saying in the classroom, is that from the Old Testament?" I said, "Yes. It's the only one that I've read." The point of the story is, why do we get married? Why? Nobody has a good answer. The reason we get married is because being male without female or female without male, you're not complete. Because Adam was created male and female. Then God separated them, and they became separate. But that separation needs to be cured, fixed. It's not natural to be separated. When a man and a woman get married, a male and female come back together and they become a whole person. And then you're not alone ever. The marriage is to become whole. To become whole is so that you're not alone. You love the person. If you love being together and you love being whole and you want to live the way God wants you to live, you get married. If this other person makes your life complete, I think you might love him. You might love her. After all, you're inseparable. Love, on the other hand, is destroying marriages. How do two people become one? Is it even possible? I want things you don't want. You want things I don't want. How is it even possible for two people to become one? And yet, what does the Torah say? Al ken ya'azov ish et aviv ve'imo, v'davak be'ishto v'hayu lebasar echad. How does that happen? How is that possible? The answer is intimacy. We are capable of intimacy. And intimacy means if I take everything away, all the things that separate us, if I take it all out, I remove all things, naturally we're going to become one. Because that's our real nature, to be male and female. So, what do we do to become intimate? Get rid of all things that come between you. Like the Mishnah says, Ahava hatluya bedavar. Right? It's not going to last. Ahava she'enot tluya bedavar. That will last. So what does that mean? Anything that comes between you is going to ruin the marriage, including ahava. If love is the thing you both want, then you are marrying the love, you're not marrying the person. A man says to a woman, I love you because you're rich. I love you for your money. I want to marry you for your money. Is that a good idea? Yes. If I say, I want to marry you for your money, what am I really saying? I'm really saying, can I just have the money? Keep it simple. Why do you have to make things complicated? I want money. Can you give me the money? No? I have to marry you to... Okay, I'll marry you. I'm not marrying you, I'm marrying the money. So if you lose the money, what are you doing in my house? Same is true with love. If I'm marrying you for love, what's going to happen? I marry you because I love you and you love me. We are married for 2 weeks. And you say to me, I don't think you're doing what you're doing is not so good. What's my reaction? Hey, I married you for love, not for your opinion. Right? We agreed that we're going to love each other. So just love. Don't give me your opinion. Don't give me your story. Don't give me your character and your personality and your shtick. Just love. That's a marriage. It's as bad as money. It's worse. So you do not marry for love because love will destroy the marriage. Why will it destroy? Because love is a thing. Intimacy means just me and you. No thing. Nothing. Not even love. Just you. Harei at. The rest is not important. The rest is commentary. And the same thing is true with sex. Sex ruins every marriage. Why? Because it's not intimate. It's a thing. If you bring a thing into the relationship, it's going to ruin it. It's not as good. It's not what I thought. It's not like that. You're not. I'm better. And you're better. It's terrible. So marriage means two people being intimate, and intimate means connecting to each other without anything between us. And it is possible.